Alrighty guys, it is Friday, it is late in the afternoon, and I thought I'd just do a quick recap on where I am, what I'm doing. So still trading the prop farm. It was actually a fantastic week. I ended up getting another pass on a phase 1, and I have one on phase 2 sitting on about 102,000. Then I have another one on phase 1 sitting on about 104, close to 105,000. And then I have another one which is on phase 2 but out of time, so I'll just be letting that run out and getting the free retakes. So I have obviously the one funded which is still on MT4, which I'm trading manually. The other funded, which is sitting on $1,700. So hopefully next week that'll hit my 2.5 profit target, and then I can take the withdrawal from that. Then I have one in phase 2 sitting on, like I said, phase 2 sitting on a close to $102,000, so not far to go. Then I'll be starting a new phase 2 next week as well from the one I just passed, and then I have one on phase 1. So of those 5, next week could be potentially a crazy good week. If we have a good week next week, we could potentially go to our first payout this year, $2,000, 2.5, but when they take the split, it'll be 2,000. We could also go to getting not one but 2 more 100K funded, so we'll then be on a total of $400,000 funded, and we then could also potentially get another one into phase 2, and we will be starting a new phase 1. So next week potentially could be one of our biggest yet. So make sure you stay tuned and wait for that one to drop, because I'm telling you now, it's either going to be me in tears crying because it went the other way, or in tears happy because I have 4 funded accounts. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. So apart from that, what else am I doing? I am testing. You know me, I am always testing. So one of the things I'm testing is trading only the GBP USD, sorry, not USD, GBP JPY. Let me go to that. In the London session, the beginning of the London session, pretty much. And the target initially was, I was just looking for like a 1%, 1% every day. That was the target. And I did take a lot of bits from one of the guys who teaches from Blue Edge Financial called Yuya, who is a phenomenal trader. He trades London as well. He also only trades very few pairs, but he does what he calls volume reaction trading. So in a sense, I'm doing similar, but I don't trade it the same as him. I am taking what he talks about, which is trading only when the volume is there, but I am also doing it, let me go to the 1 minute. I'm also doing it with kind of a little bit of ICT type concepts, where I'm waiting for impulse moves, and then I'm trading the fair value gaps from those moves. Whereas Yuya would probably, on the breaks or the impulse, he would actually get in on those moves already. So I trade a little bit later than him, but it still is working incredibly well. So I'm looking at not only fair value gaps and impulse moves, but I'm also looking at equal highs and looking at some areas where there is potential liquidity and liquidity grabs happening. So if I go through today's session, I'll also show you I did yesterday's. Now, I actually recorded everything from today. Halfway through the footage, something happened to my mic. It just stopped and there was no audio.
Can you hear me now? Good.
So unfortunately, I cannot even use that audio. I mean, that whole video. So I'm just going to do a recap for you guys. I have got the video. So if I know there's always going to be someone that's like, oh, you did this, it's in hindsight, it's so easy. I traded this live and I have actually got the video, but the audio is awful. So if I need to prove it, I can prove it. Not that I need, I honestly don't care. I'm doing this for myself, not for anyone else. So what I am doing, the point of this is that I'm going to trade one pair, one session in the London, and then I'll trade another pair. Two pairs, actually. There's two pairs in the New York session that I'm looking at, Euro USD and US 30, and that's it. And I will not trade all of them all the time like I am now. What I'm looking at doing is 1 to 2 months where I'm placing my positions here in TradingView, right? And either I get the win or the loss. And how I manage myself is I basically, if I zoom in over here, like this one was a loss, it came in, tapped in, and then it went straight to the loss. Then I had this one over here, which was the break, and then it came back, and I got straight into this one because it was a break there, and I got straight in. And I take I take 50% off at 1-to-1, right? I take 50% off 1-to-1, so it is a 0.5 at that point, and then I target the next area, which for me was kind of these highs here, because I knew that there was this big fair value gap at the top there. There was another big fair value gap over there. So there was a lot going on, and that actually was a fair value gap I traded later. You can see there, but I've deleted the fair value gaps because it was just cluttering my chart. But I ended up taking that one. It not only hit the 50%, it also then hit the second target. So I got a 2.25%, because as you can see, that was a 3.5 R. And then, so that basically got back the loss there straight away. Took a second loss. At this point, I was 3 trades in, only 1 win, but I was still 0.25% up. Got another win there, ended with a loss there, and then ended with a nice win to finish the day. Total session was 2.25%. So, after this point over here, after this loss and this trade, I would have already been out the market. That would have been 1.25% increase for the day. I'd be done for the day. So there was that. And then over, let me go to now. The Euro USD has been actually incredible today. I actually got in. So technically, I only really like to get into trades from 10 on. I start looking from 9:30 onwards. From 9:30, I look, and sometimes you do get these big moves, and it makes sense to trade off of, right? So our first trade tapped in, came back, gave us our 1-to-1. You'll see that was a 2.5 I was looking for, but it did give the 1-to-1, so it was a 0.5. Then it closed me out. After that, I got another 0.5, got another 0.5, got another 0.5. So all of them hit my 1-to-1, but ended up not going to the ultimate target. And that's all I've done for now. But now I've got this one waiting down here. But I think this was probably the better trade over there. If I look at the 3-minute, what does that look like? So that pushed up over there, was a break there. This was probably, yeah. Who's that from?
He knows you from the gym.
What is it?
Cupcakes for Id.
Oh, that's so kind of them.
Drove all the way here.
Oh, bless.
Oh.
Can I see one of them? Can I see?
Not just cupcakes.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Check this out, guys. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want it to all fall. Some Eid goodies. Oh, that's really sweet. From our neighbor. Yeah, take it, Sapphire. Say hi.
He's gone.
No, say hi.
Oh, hi. Are you going to post this?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, off you go. So sorry about that interruption. That's how it goes here, man. We just turn the camera on and we start recording. There's no real script here. It's just, I just go with the flow. What? Can you take the cats out and pretend like you're going to feed them? No, watch Tusker. Take that. Yeah, take that. Can you take them all out? Pretend like you're about to feed them. Yeah. Sapphire, pretend like you're going to feed them. We do actually feed our cats. We are going to feed them, but it's just the only way we can get them out.
No,
Don't even ask how many cats we have, because I ain't telling you. 10. Okay, can I get back to trading now? Thank you. I'll just close it. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Back, but as you can see, Euro USD. Now we literally are still trading this. Has been a pretty good day. This one I actually 1.9. Okay, no, this didn't hit. So that ended up giving us the 1-to-1. So that I entered over there. I was looking for the 1-to-2, which was over way down there. Never ended up hitting. Ended up stopping us back out on the break even. I had this down there, but I don't think that's ever going to hit. So we had this broken with that. So if I was on the 3-minute, probably the better trade would have been this one over there, with the stop being over there, and then it still wouldn't actually have hit the 1-to-1 yet, would still be in that trade. But we're coming to the end of this session. I only like trading between 10 and 11 because it's, in terms of my time, it's coming up to 6 p.m. for me, so late in the day, so I don't really want to sit here stuck in a trade. So I'll probably close this one and call it there. So that was the Euro USD. So that's 2% on this one. Let me just move these all out the way. That's 2%, which is pretty good. So I could have already finished after the thing with the 1%. But then I also have or had a US 30 trade, which actually went pretty well. It only just tapped in. You can see there my one. This is 1-to-2. Yeah. Okay. So the 1-to-2 was hit over there. Let me just do it properly. That's the 1-to-2 is there, and you can see it did touch me in, and I got the 1.5% on that trade. So a nice US 30. Now I'm not going to go into the whole breakdown because I literally did that in the videos today, which the audio didn't work. So next week, Monday, I will start again and I will do the London session. I will record every single trade I take, so you'll see that live. It won't be live the whole time. I'll talk about getting into the trades. I might leave for a while and come back and then tell you how it went. But I am basically tracking every single day like this. If I can quickly show you how yesterday went, screenshots. Yes, okay, so this was yesterday's Euro USD. As you can see, we ended up with a 2% as well on that. The GBP JPY yesterday was just shy of 4%. So we started just before. We got a 2% there. We lost 0.5% there. Then we got a 0.42 because I actually closed it early, which if I should have held it, it would have been a 0.5. But I closed it early because I actually thought it was going to turn around. It did turn around, but it would have given me the 0.5. But I traded it like I was seeing it. So that would have been 2.4, 3.5, 4, 3, just shy of 4%, almost 4% just in the GBP JPY session. And then this was today's. Yeah, so that's that. And then that's what I've been doing is I've just been snapshotting the trades for my own thing. I've got to set up an Excel sheet so I can start tracking all of these. But the whole point of this is basically I will eventually be looking at trading this full-time every day on my live account, maybe even one of my funded accounts. I've just got to see how it goes. I mean, if I can potentially be making 1% a day, why wouldn't I, right? I am trading it live. It's not real money. But today when I was trading and I was talking through it, I felt the stress. I felt the pressure. Okay, it's not real money, but I want to keep doing this every single day on the same pair. So London is always going to be GBP JPY, so that I start feeling the flow of the market for that particular pair. I start to understand how it moves in that session. If it does this, oh, I've seen that before, I know what's happening here. So you start to understand one market, and it'll be the same for Euro USD and US 30. So that's how I'm trading that. And I'm going to basically keep trading this, and I want to bring you guys along for the ride at least once or twice, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. In between the other content I'm putting in, I want to just do some of these live trades where there might be slightly longer videos where you're just following the trade, seeing what I'm doing, saying why I'm trading, watch me talk through it, and bear in mind, I am not a professional trader. I'm not, you don't take what I say as like advice to actually trade it. It's what I see, it's my opinion. So, I can only tell you what I see, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to tell me I'm talking absolute crap, but if I'm getting results like this, I don't really care. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I hope you guys actually enjoy the live stuff, because it's going to be longer, but if you guys sit and watch and see why I'm getting in and out of these trades, you possibly could come up with some kind of variation, or maybe you do it better, you can also do something similar, and if it helps you, that's all that I care about. Then on the other side, I have got let me just quickly go into this. I want to show you guys the one funded account that I'm trading, which is on MT4, and I'm trying to just get it slowly back up. Yeah, here we're on 96,262. So this account was actually about 3.5 weeks ago, was on 94,800. So come back a little over almost $1,400 in about a month. So not too bad. I want to just show you the history. Is this for today? So today I've only made about $30, but today I only needed to make 20. Okay, so my target, I'm only trading a 0.04 lot size on a $100,000 account, is tiny, but I will sometimes be in a ridiculous amount of trades, and I'll also be showing you these while I'm trading the GBP JPY and all that kind of stuff live. I'll probably always be flicking back to those, so you're going to see both strategies. You're going to see me trading both. So if I go to the week for this, my target for the week is 250 a week, which is $1,000 a month. In about 3.5 months, I reckon I will be back to the 100K, but I might actually start trading that other strategy that I was just showing you on this after I've got the 2 months trading. So after 2 months, I might be at about 98 on this one, and then I'll start trading 0.5% on that to see. I might actually end up, getting there quicker if that is the case. So let me just show you the week. Sunday. So there we go, 258 for the week. So hit my target for the day. Perfect. I'm happy with that. The idea with this one, this is on True Forex Funds, and initially the idea was to get this back to the 100K and keep trading this, even if I'm only making the $1,000 a month. That's okay, because what I was thinking is, if I do that consistently every 4 months, they will increase the account. But I'm not sure if True Forex Funds does that. I know My Forex Funds does. So what I might do is, by that time, I reckon I should have a funded 100K account, at least one with My Forex Funds, because I'm very close to that already. And then what I might do is just switch it out. If this is on 100K, switch the account to one that is a MT5, because I can't trade my EA on the prop farming thing with this account at the moment, because it's on MT4 and it doesn't really work with the set files. So what I'll be doing is I'll switch them, put this one on the EA, let Titan trade this one, and then the My Forex Funds, I will start trading the same as I'm trading this, $1,000 a month, but every 4 months that account will be increased by 25%. So the goal with that one will be a much longer term goal, where I'm taking it and just allowing them to keep growing it. Just make sure I'm consistent. I'm hitting that, $250 every week, every month, getting that 1,000. As long as I do that consistently every 4 months, they will increase the account by 25%. Now, you imagine if I do that for 1 to 2 years, eventually we'll get to the point that that is, I think it goes up to max size of $1 million. Now you're taking, say you're doing still the same thing, 1% a month on $1 million account, you know, you're making $10,000 a month. That then becomes a very easy $8,000 a month extra. So that is a longer term goal with that. But we'll see how it goes. You know me, I keep changing my mind, changing what I want to do. So that's the goal for now. That's the idea behind what I'm doing. So I'm just, letting you guys know. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you now. That's the update. From next week, I am going to start doing these live. It's not going to be live in the sense of me streaming it live, because my internet at the moment is good, but it's kind of in and out. So I keep dropping. I tried to do a live stream a little while ago, and it just kept dropping the stream. So it doesn't make sense for me to do that if it's just going to drop, and I'm just going to get loads of people, angry because they might be trying to trade with me. And that's the other worry, is I don't really want people to be trading, because I know people would potentially be trading real funds along with me, thinking that, wow, look at these results, and then psychologically they're not at the same place, or they make mistakes, and then I'm the one that gets the blame. So for that reason, I don't really want to trade it live like that. If I got to a point where I'm extremely happy with it, I would do it. At the end of the day, as long as I'm telling you guys, it's your money, do whatever you want with it, trade along with me. But if you lose, don't shout at me. I would do it, but it is the internet as well. So what I will be doing is I will be trading it. I'll be filming myself trading on a live screen. Like I said, I'm not going to prove to you. I can show you that it's a live screen. I can show you the time. I can show you everything about it. I can show you that I'm not on a replay. So, for example, if you go to replay now and I replay to there, that's replay, right? And you can see that my markups are still, let me go to the 5 minute. You can see that my things are all still there. And if I close the replay, yes, I'm back to live market. So you can see I'm live market, and also replay doesn't move like this. It's candle by candle. It's not actually doing this. So, not that I have to do that, but there is going to always be people that are like, it's not live, you're lying. But anyway, that's how I'll be doing it. I'll be just trading it live, recording as I trade, and then later that day I will post one video for London, and if I do the Euro, the New York, I'll also post that. So sometimes there might be 2 videos in a day. And then just let me know if you guys like the content. I'll probably talk all sorts of crap. We might look at news while we're doing it, so it'll be kind of a bit of everything. Yeah, so that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I look forward to next week when we start actually doing these live vids for you guys. Yeah, we'll see you then. Bye for now.